So a considerable difference right there. So everything underneath the floor of this boat and around the boxes is all foam filled, okay? So what these guys are doing in this spray booth right here is after we get this foam, we're gonna DA and sand everything. So all the scratches, burrs, imperfections, and all that stuff is gonna be sanded off. He's gonna apply an acid wash, is what he's doing in there right now. We're gonna turn this boat upside down, shake out all the foam and aluminum shavings that we can at that point, and then we're gonna clean it. There that comes into paint. You'll notice in here you can just about eat off this floor, but dust is the biggest enemy of paint. So we're trying to keep this a very clean, structured environment. So I was talking to you guys earlier about how it's important to get more capacity with the new trailer plant essentially. So right now, this I believe is the center. Right now, if this center console comes through this booth, it goes on this bridge crane. It sits here for probably half the day. Night shift comes in here, pushes that on the bridge crane back there into the poly booth. We spray the interior, push it out right here, then we got to go into a base coat and a finish coat, and then it goes to production. What we'll be doing here very shortly is there'll be a steady flow of boats coming through that poly booth, come over to the bridge crane right here, base coat, finish coat, out the door, ready to go. So really saving ourselves 12 to 14 hours of manufacturing time, which is going to make that a lot quicker, okay? And that keeps these out of the way and us being able to put more ABXs in here as well. So a lot going on right here. These paint booths, I like to talk about this a lot, but there's really what I consider three things that we've went above and beyond on. Number one would be our hull with the pad hull, making sure it performs well. Number two would be the foam and how we're manufacturing that with the fiberglass parts that are integrated into it. Last and certainly not least is paint. We spent a ton of time on our paint process making sure it was protected. We've got a clear coat on it, which is very handy. If you have any sort of scratch and imperfection, the only, let's say the guy scratches this thing down the dock right there. Single stage paint, we're sanding the whole side of this boat to be able to fix it. We can spot a much smaller area to be able to fix that, and it's a lot more forgiving. So every customer now, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but every customer when they get a boat, they've got a touch-up paint bottle that gets sent to their house, which I think is working out well. We're actually going to be adding another high beam going to that third paint booth when we get rolling to be able to have 3 booths dedicated to paint. So. We're rigging one right now with a kicker, but this boat used to be a northern boat. Years ago it was a northern boat. Everybody called it the aluminum walleye boat. And they drifted south, and they continue to drift south. The population is more aged. The population wants more versatility. So you get third row seating in this like you do an SUV. Again, that's why they're popular, is versatility. You can bass fish out of it, you can troll out of it, you can take the family across the lake for dinner if you want to. Put a bimini top on it, does lots of different things. So yeah, this boat's got a home in Texas, make no mistake about it. Especially wind blown in Caymas. Put the ring on for the live well, and you see them installing the trim now, whether it be this trim that goes over the raised lips of the rear storage box, or these new raised lips, which I'm sure has been pointed out to you on the 1880, 1980, and 2080.
So it's prep work, if you want to call it that. And then Garrett will take and be working through the fuel system. He'll install the fuel tank. So he's done that before the plumber season. So the idea, keep in mind that tanker, then plumber, that's the system,
So we are about to head out to the lake and give this VX20 a spin. Also this ADX 190